Imagine receiving an invitation, not as a guest of honor, but as the centerpiece of a cruel joke. That's exactly what happened to Amira, a middle-aged janitor who had spent years working in silence, overlooked and invisible in the luxurious office tower where she scrubbed floors and emptied trash cans. When she first held the elegant cream-colored envelope, her hands shook. It was an invitation to the wedding of Brandon Miles, the company's CEO, and his fiancée, Vanessa, a woman known as much for her beauty as for her cruelty. To most, such an invitation would seem like a dream. But Amira quickly sensed it wasn't an act of kindness. It was a trap. Life, however, has a strange way of flipping the script, and what was meant to be her humiliation became the moment she reclaimed her. The marble lobby of the corporate tower gleamed so brightly that chandeliers above sparkled in its reflection. Luxury cars purred into the driveway. Executives hurried past in tailored suits, clutching phones and briefcases. Everyone looked like they belonged, except for Amira. She moved quietly with her cart, her worn gloves hiding hands calloused by years of sacrifice. But there was one person who made sure she never forgot her place: Vanessa. The future Mrs. Miles strutted through the hallways in designer heels, tossing casual insults like confetti. "Careful where you mop," she once sneered. "This floor costs more than your entire life." Amira swallowed those words like bitter medicine. Survival mattered more than pride. Yet, on one particular afternoon, Vanessa approached with an envelope sealed in gold foil. She handed it to Amira with a smile that wasn't really a smile at all, it was a dagger. "You're invited," she said sweetly. Her friends giggled, their laughter sharp and mocking. The word sounded generous, but Amira knew better. It wasn't an invitation. It was bait. That night in her small apartment, Amira sat on her bed clutching the envelope. Her reflection in the cracked mirror stared back. A tired woman in a janitor's uniform, but also a woman who once carried far more than a mop. Amira had not always been invisible. She had once been the founder of a foundation, a respected voice in her community, a woman who inspired others before betrayal and tragedy stripped her of everything. As tears blurred her vision, she opened an old wooden box tucked beneath her bed. Inside were photographs of a different life. Her in gowns at charity events, certificates bearing her name, reminders of the leader she once was. At the bottom was a note from Helena, her old friend and designer. "If you ever need me, call. No matter when, I'll be there." Her fingers trembled as she dialed. When Helena answered, her voice cracked. "It's me. I think it's time the world remembers who I am." The morning of the wedding, a sleek black car pulled up outside Amira's apartment. Out stepped Helena, radiant, confident, carrying the kind of presence that could silence a room. She embraced Amira tightly.